Hey guys, April from BohoNoni. I'm coming from my sunroom here. It's cooler in here, not as hot outside. So here we go, week 5, I believe. I'm getting ready to start 6 weeks of my weight loss journey. And I made some videos for you of doing juicing. That's my newest thing. I think I mentioned it in the last video. So I'll start that video. Hey guys, my juicer came and I am done from a day of work and makeup's off, sweaty. It was a hot day. Our air conditioner's been broke at work, but my juicer came today and I'm going to start juicing. The glass bottles all rinsed out, sitting here waiting to be filled. Fred went to go get all the juice and veggies. So I'm going to do a little video, and then if you guys want to know what recipes, I'll let you know as we go. All right, and we'll get started here in just a second. Okay, putting this together. I got a masticating juicer because it says that it gets more juice out of it and leaves the pulp drier. So I'm putting everything together as it's saying, and then as soon as we're done putting it together, we'll start cutting the fruit and veggies and put them in. Okay guys, I'm a hot mess, but so I have juiced some apples and some spinach, and I just sent celery through. But I also spilled part of one of these glass bottles all over the floor, so there's green juice everywhere. I was a little ambitious tonight to do this after I worked a long day. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm gonna have juice for tomorrow. A bunch of celery, and that's going in this one. So right now I have apples, green apples, spinach, celery, and I'm gonna add cucumber to this. Then I'll taste it and let you know how it goes. But I'm really glad I didn't have this recording when I spilled stuff everywhere. But I'm liking this little thing. It's a slow juicer, so it goes really slow to get all the stuff out. And the pulp that comes out in here, look at that, so gross. But it's very dry, so it's getting everything out of it, which is really good, I'm told. All right, so anyway, I will record more later. Okay, so that was a fiasco. I had stuff everywhere. I got a little excited and started juicing at like 9 o'clock at night after working. I was too tired. But anyway, it got me 5 bottles, so that'll be 5 days worth. I want to have one of those bottles every day. It counts towards my fluids, my liquids. So that's kind of cool. Wanted to hop on. As you can see, it's been 2 weeks again since I have posted, and I think that might be the new norm for a while, only because getting used to going back to work is a bit of a learning curve. Plus I'm doing independent interior design jobs and stuff, so everything's been kind of just a little bit crazy. So me and my surgery twins, they're all going back to work, and we're all having the same kind of struggles because it's just been a learning curve. And plus it takes a lot more preparation. You don't want to leave without your pills, which I've done a few times. The calcium citrate, that's kind of something that I've been struggling with remembering, because you have to take them every 2 hours for during the day because your body can't absorb all of that. So anyway, that's it. Also, I might be doing some other things on this channel other than my weight loss, because honestly, I've been struggling because while losing weight has been something I've struggled with for years and have tried, it's not the only thing I do. So to come on here and always talk about me losing weight has been a little challenging, actually. I did a lot of work before starting to do the weight loss surgery. So, and what I mean by that is I learned to accept and love myself at my highest weight, which was 278. And honestly, I think that was the best gift I could give myself. Before I even thought of doing weight loss surgery, I had to learn to accept myself where I was, because I was having such a hard time doing that. Most of you know, I've mentioned it before. I'm a caregiver to my daughter, Kenzie. I've been her full-time caregiver, my husband and I. And recently, a couple years ago, we kind of switched places. I went back to work because there was an accident that happened that I kind of actually could have really hurt her and myself, but it was a wake-up call that she was getting taller and bigger and stronger than I could do by myself. So we thought, well, what I'll do is, I have a degree in interior design, so I'll go back to work if I can find a job in that field, and he would stay home with her. So I did find a great job, and I've been working there now for 2 years, and it's been helpful. But before I went on my weight loss journey, I struggled a lot with my body. Obviously, women do that a lot because honestly, we're caregivers. We take care of other people, and in the guise of true martyrship or whatever, we don't take care of ourselves, but we take care of other people. The problem is not taking care of ourselves. We can't take care of other people very well. And as much as I was doing the best that I absolutely could for Kenzie, there were some truths that I had let go of in that walk. And one of them was that I deserved any time alone or any time for myself. I used to think self-care was a very selfish thing. When other women would talk about it, I was like, yeah, that works for you, but I have all of this ABC, whatever to do, and I don't have time for me. So that was really some very dangerous thinking, I've come to find out, because it really let me get to a place where I totally felt helpless and hopeless to do anything. And I started listening to some of the voices and some of the things people said about me. I've never really had a big problem of being secure in who I am, because there's not just one thing that makes up who I am. I believe in God, and I feel like my identity comes really deeply from that right there. And so I have complete trust and faith of whose I am, where I came from, and that I'm worthy. So I didn't feel like that all the time. There was a time in my life where I thought that, because I was told that I could do better, I needed to do better by just the appearance of me. And I know that that person meant well, but I listened to that. And one of the things that happened is I was getting up at 4 a.m. And going to the gym. And those were on days where Kenzie was probably up and screaming sometimes till 12 or 1 in the morning. So I was not getting any sleep, but I was out to prove this person wrong. And I remember one time being at the gym with him, and he said something about my calves. And I said, what? And he goes, oh, those aren't calves, those are cows. And that, I laughed because I can appreciate a good sense of humor, but that statement was so damaging, and I didn't realize that. And so when I started looking at things and I started going, I have tried so many diets and failed. I have tried keto, and I've had a measure of success. Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, you name it, I've tried it. But the problem was I just couldn't get on top of anything with my current situation and with my current mindset, honestly, because truthfully, you should never lose weight because somebody else thinks you should lose weight. You should lose weight because that's something on your heart. So before I even took the steps to go forward in weight loss surgery, and this was actually before I even thought about weight loss surgery, I realized that I was at my highest weight ever, and I had to figure out a way to love myself because the loathing and the despising, feeling like I was a failure, feeling like I wasn't good enough, feeling like I just didn't measure up, was huge. And trying to get these other voices out of my head was really challenging. So basically, I just want to say, you got to love you for who you are and who God made you to be. And your weight is very minuscule part of who you actually are. I have a great heart. I love people. I'm creative. I love making things. I love encouraging people. I'm a cheerleader. I love encouraging people that they can do better, choose better, and just encouraging them. And I realized that I have never in my life made a positive change by someone else's criticism. And that was very big for me, because I realized that people need not any more criticism, but they need encouragement. They need people to go, you can do this, and I'm right here. And even if you don't do it, I'm still right here because you're worthy and I love you. And I will tell you that right now, the temperature of the world and how everything is going on and how angry people get so quickly, including myself. I mean, I can be driving down the road, singing a praise and worship song, and then somebody cuts in front of me. I ain't praising and worshiping anymore. And it's like we can turn on a dime. I think it has a lot to do with, number one, we haven't learned to love ourselves. In the Bible, it says that we should love our neighbors as ourselves. If I loved my neighbor as I loved myself way back when, I would not have had a good relationship with that neighbor, because I didn't like myself very well. And the thing about it is God's given us all gifts. He's given us all wonderful, beautiful bodies, and He's given us things that we can create. He's given us talents. He's given us knowledge. There's so many things that come from Him that are so good, that if we can just embrace that and believe that about ourselves, I think we can encourage each other. It doesn't matter what your politics are to me. It doesn't matter what your skin color is. It doesn't matter what your stance is on anything, because here's the deal. You're human. I'm human. We all come to our own beliefs because of our own convictions. Nobody just decides to believe in something they aren't convicted of. And the thing is, it's not my job to change that in you. My job is to live this life with you. I've learned so much from people who I didn't actually agree with. And it's changed me. It opened up my mind. It opened up my heart. And honestly, the more I get that kind of thing happening in my life, the more I believe how God is towards us. You know, when Jesus died on the cross, He died for all of us as sinners. He didn't say you have to be this, that, or the other thing. He didn't get angry because we didn't change right away. He showed us grace. And I feel like if we show grace to ourselves and we show grace to other people, this is where we are in harmony with one another. My daughter has created a skincare line called Tikkun Illum. I'll put a link in here. I've been using it. I've been loving it. It's actually changing my skin. And I love it. But one of the things that I love about it is she talks about creating a ritual for self-care on your skincare and that kind of thing. I have to tell you, I never had any sacred rituals like that for me. I had sacred rituals for, worship in church and taking care of my family and that kind of thing, but not for me, not for getting enough rest, not for eating the right things, not for, doing what I needed to do for me because I wanted to, not because I wanted to prove somebody wrong, but because I felt like I deserved it and that's what I could do. So I did not plan on saying any of this today, but honestly, it's been weighing on my heart huge. Because getting in front of you guys is really hard. To make yourself vulnerable, say, hey, this is my highest weight. I know I'm losing. Here's where I'm going. But if I don't talk about the mental part of this, if I don't talk about taking care, accepting who you are at your highest weight, it's going to be really hard to figure out who you are and accept yourself at your lowest weight. I'm on this journey and I'm realizing that there's things that I've done in my life that I'm not proud of. There's mistakes I've made. There's ways that I've acted that were not right. And as I matured, I realized and I changed those things. And that's kind of what's happening with this. I'm so excited for this tool. I have so much less pain in my body. I have energy that's coming back. I can take better care of my husband, my kids, my daughter who really needs me. And I can take better care of me because now I have some priorities in that area. I am a creative, crazy person. I have to create all the time. I feel like if I'm not creating, there's something in my soul that's not actually working. So when this started coming around and it started becoming like, this is going to change a lot of things in my life, I realized that doing the work at 278 about who I was, accepting who I was. I still wore cute clothes. I still dressed nice for the size that I was. In fact, okay, so a funny thing happened. My phone got full of storage right while I was in the middle of that last thing. But it was important, so I wanted to come back on here and try to tell you. So what I was trying to say is, at my highest weight, I still did my hair, I still put on makeup, I still wore cute clothes. And in fact, I found a photo that I took last November when I was trying to get some new clothes to wear. And I took a picture of me. And it's funny because anytime I've ever taken a picture of my before and afters, I'm always like real serious face on my before picture because I know like, can't be happy, right? Because you're overweight, so you have to look miserable. In this particular one, I'm in a dressing room and I sent it to my daughter. I'm like, what do you think about this, shirt? Is it cute? And her and I were talking about this picture the other day, Kelsey and I, and she's like, Mom, I don't remember you being that big. And she goes, and I remember telling you how cute that shirt looked. And I was like, this is what we have to learn about ourselves, is that you have to accept yourself where you are. You have to show yourself love right now, because no matter what happens, how things go, if you don't like yourself, you're not going to like yourself when you're thin. It's just, you might look better, but you're still going to have those voices inside saying, where you feel shame, you feel not enough, you feel just not enough. And that was what I used to feel. And then I realized when I was miserable, when I walked around miserable because of my weight, I made everybody around me miserable. But when I decided to change that, when I decided that, you know what, this is where I'm at, this is who I am. I cannot make this whole section of my children's life miserable, my husband's life miserable. My husband has loved and accepted me at any weight. And it's never changed our relationship. That hasn't. And so it's like, I have to give my best no matter where I'm at. And so I just want to encourage you guys today that if you're looking into doing this surgery, or if it's something that you're thinking about, I want to challenge you to find the way, do the work to see who you are right now. Your weight is not who you are. The size on your clothing is not who you are. It doesn't dictate your worth. It doesn't dictate your that you're less than human, even though I know I've been made to feel like that from other people. And it's hard, but being strong is facing every day with courage and love in your heart for other people, regardless of what they give you. I know that's hard sometimes. I know it's really hard. I've had people walk out on me. I've had friends not be supportive when I needed it. I've had rough things happen. But I realized who I am and how I want to be. If I want to be happy, if I want to be peaceful, if I want to be a glass half full girl, I'm going to be a glass half full girl. I don't care if your glass is half empty. That is just a matter of an opinion. It is just a matter of a choice of how you see it. And if you want to see your life that way, that is your choice. And I'm not going to force you to see it as half full, but I'm going to love you. I'm going to encourage you because that's who I am. So I just want to tell you guys today that this journey is, I'm learning so much on it. I'm thankful for the lessons that I got to learn even way back in the beginning before I actually had the surgery. And I'm thankful for being able to be here and show you guys where I'm at. I mean, once I get to a happy weight, I'm gonna have issues. I'm gonna have skin that's gonna be loose. I'm gonna have, you know, wrinkles probably because I'm getting older. There's things that are gonna happen, but my happiness is not depending on that. Do I wanna look good in clothes? Absolutely wanna look good in clothes. I wanna have energy for my family. I wanna show up. I wanna be there. I wanna have fun. My daughter is, my middle daughter is getting married soon, and I want to be there for that. I want to be able to be the best version of me for my kids, because I know that there's days that I wasn't the best version of me because of how miserable I felt about me. And I think as adults, there's times where that probably got muddied in the water for them. It probably made them feel like, you know, maybe there was something wrong with them. But there wasn't. It was something that I had to change. And I'm thankful that my adult children now we have great relationships, and we can talk about these things and about what was going through our mind and how we're growing. So anyways, guys, I just want to encourage you. I am a glass half full girl. I want to tell you to have a great week. You don't have to. But honestly, I hope health and happiness on you guys. And I just want you to know how important you are and how worthy you are of the life that you choose to live. Jesus died on the cross for you and said you were worth it. So I believe him 100%. So anyways, guys, till 2 weeks probably, I'm sure, but I will see you guys again in 2 weeks and give you an update of where we are there. I might put a video up here before that has nothing to do with this. But love you guys. And if you have any questions again on anything specific regarding this walk I'm going through, please list them below or direct message me and I will get back to you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps get it out there for other people to see. All right. Have a great day. Bye.